last person on the planet that Wootie wanted to talk to was his grandma. And she was driving. Wootie didn't know why Grandma didn't let Granddad drive, since Grandma really didn't know how to drive and had a poor sense of direction. But here he was in the car with Grandma and all of his siblings holding the baby while Grandma ranted.
Where'd your mama go? I don't know, Grandma. She didn't say. What did she say? What did she tell you to tell me when you called me? She told me that when I got hungry to call you. And so she just left you at home with them children. You 5 years old. And she just left you alone with them children. Yes, ma'am. And she didn't tell you where she was going. No, ma'am. She said she was going to get us some food. She went with the man from the fair to get us some food. And when did she go? 2 nights ago. So she just left you alone for 2 nights and you didn't call me. No, ma'am. Well, what'd she tell you to do? She said when I got hungry to call you. And you just not get hungry. Yes, ma'am. I ought to whoop your hind part. Don't you ever stay at home. Matter of fact, you won't be going back home. I tell you, that child of mine, she going straight to hell. She gonna bust hell wide open. Her and the devil gonna be doing a dance on a bed of hot coals. Oh Lord. She ain't no good. She ain't no good. She just a sinner. She going to hell. What's hell, Grandma? That's where you go when the devil done got to you. The devil is fire. The Lord gonna burn him up forever. So God's gonna burn my mom up for going to get some food. Your mama ain't went and got no food. Your mama out there being womanish and fast tail and probably doing them drugs. I ain't got time for it. She left 4 babies at home by herself. I ain't raised her to be like that. And I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not gonna tolerate it. So y'all just stay here with me. I want my mom. I want your mom to come get you, but she ain't going to. And when she do come get, I'm gonna call the police on her, have her put in jail. So you ain't gotta worry about going back home to her no more. Wootie's eyes began to well up with tears as grandmother spewed this venomous hatred about the one person that Wootie cherished. Wootie felt imprisoned at this point in time, felt like he was never going to see his mother again. And the one thing Wootie knew is that Mama didn't lie. Mom said she was coming back with a teddy bear and Mom would be back with a teddy bear. But for some reason or other, Grandma didn't believe it. Now, Grandma's the one that taught Wootie about prayer and taught Wootie about God's goodness and God's kindness. But all of a sudden, God's evil. Now, what do you mean by evil? God's gonna burn his mother up forever with the devil, whatever that is, for going to get some food. So is Wootie not supposed to eat? Is God not going to feed them? Is Grandma not going to feed them? I mean, this is getting ridiculous. And of course, as I always say, Wootie being Wootie, wouldn't let it go. So Grandma, why is my mother going to get burnt up? Look, I ain't gonna take none of your sass. You gonna shut up and you ain't gonna always have the last word when I'm talking to you. Go to church tomorrow and we're gonna pray for your mama's soul. Because if we don't pray for her, she is probably gonna die in the streets. You know, if the Lord come back tomorrow, I tell you right now, if the Lord comes back tomorrow, now I know you ain't number 5 years old, but you don't want to be up in them juke joints and up in them places with all of them sinners. Because if the Lord catch you in the place with the sinners, then he is going to send you to live with the devil in the fires of hell. And ain't nothing can help you, even if water won't help you. So if my mom goes to hell and I go to heaven and I give her some water, God's not gonna let me give her water. No, you won't be allowed to see your mama in hell. She'll just be in hell and you'll be in heaven unless you want to go there with her. So I love my mom and I can't give her water. No. So then why would I go to heaven? I don't want to go to heaven. Look, I'm gonna beat you. You smart mouth. You gonna hush up. You gonna hush up and you gonna listen. I'm tired of you. You're 5 years old and you think you know the answer to everything. Boy, you're 5 years old. Stop talking back. I am sick and tired of it. Every time I say something about your mama, you got a smart mouth and you want to talk back to me. And I'm going to tell you for the last time, say your prayers, and tomorrow we're going to go to church and pray for your mama's soul. So what's going on here? Here we are in episode 4, and things are changing a little bit because now we're going to have a very robust dialogue between Wootie and Grandma. And most of you that have sent in questions have been sending in questions along the line of, why is a 5-year-old going through this? Have you guys talked to any of the 5-year-olds that are forced not to be children and have to take on the problems and responsibilities of having parents who are still children? I think you'll find that this is not an uncommon situation. It's just one that we as Christians tend to ignore. We tend to ignore the fact that there are all these babies out there that are hungry, that have to go to school and grab their meals and take them home, hide things in their pockets just so they can have things to eat for the weekend. School is a solace and a sanctuary for them. Are we doing our best as Christians, as adults, as role models to make sure that these children are given the things that they need? And furthermore, why are we teaching them about God without showing them about God's love? Because here you got Grandma. Now, you guys are going to see a lot more Grandma, and so mostly what you're going to be doing is hearing a lot of dialogue between Grandma and Wootie. But what you're going to see is a woman who is doing the best that she can to teach children that are her grandchildren how to deal with the responsibilities of life that they're given with. And she's going to do her best to protect them. But even in all of that, there are these questions that even she's not prepared to ask or to answer, simply because she has no concept of what these kids are going through. Grandma has her own story. Wootie has his story. Grandma's story and Wootie's story, two totally different things. So Grandma doesn't understand what Wootie's going through. Therefore, she can't give him some of the answers that he's going to need. So why does God allow us to go through these things? Why would God? What has Mom done that is so wrong? And this is a real question for you guys. What has Mom done that is so wrong that she deserves eternal damnation? Because we're teaching a kid here to love God and that God is good and God is awesome. And the first thing we do is assault his mother with eternal fire. Furthermore, Grandmother threatens that if Mom comes back, she's going to call the police and have Mom put in jail. So Grandma, who is the most credible person in Wootie's life, is now destroying her own credibility by attacking Mom. So I know you guys have some comments and thoughts about this, because I myself have to wonder, is this really attacking Mom, or is this protecting the kids? So let's just see what happens on episode number 5.